Hi students, I Ruchi Singh here to present my first topic for class 7, that is nutrition in plant. We are starting with the chapter nutrition in plant. Okay. Now, basically we all need nutrition, as far as we already know that all living organism, whether it's plant, whether it's animal, whether it's you, whether it's me, everybody needs some or the other kind of nutrition. Okay. Now, life processes which need nutrition is like photosynthesis, respiration, digestion, even your studying is also a process done by your body, and it needs some or the other kind of nutrition to do the work. As reproduction, everything needs some or the other kinds of nutrition. Now nutrition is basically divided into two categories. Okay, number one is number one is holophytic. Holophytic is done by plant, that is making the food from the simple inorganic substance. Simple inorganic substance is like carbon dioxide, water. Okay, both these things are combined together in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, and the energy is produced. This is holophytic. Next is your holozoic. Holozoic is completely done by animals. Animals like you, me, dog, cat, lion, whosoever you categorize into this category. Now what a holozoic nutrition, basically we take in complex food. Okay, that complex food is broken down into the simpler one. We eat complex food like rice, chapati, any kind of vegetable. These are all complex food. They need to be converted into a simple food, and then we used to digest it. Okay, these are the two categories. Now let's move further in the topic. We are going to start with the modes of the nutrition. Basically two types of mode are divided in your book, that is autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic, as you understand with the name, autotrophic is plants that are able to produce their own food on their own. These are all autotrophic. Okay, they are also known as producers. Let's discuss this into very detail. Now, how does a plant produce its food? Plant produce its food with the help of a process known as photosynthesis. How does a photosynthesis take place? There's sunlight. Sunlight is absorbed by the chlorophyll present in the green leaf of a plant. Then plant absorb water from the soil in which nutrients are already present. Then it takes in what? It takes in carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is taken in by the stomata present in the leaf. Now stomata is present where? It is present in the epidermis, lower epidermis of the leaf. Just imagine this is a leaf. Okay, I am talking about this part. Here the stomata is present. From here it takes in the carbon dioxide gas. The reaction will be carbon dioxide plus water in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. It will give you oxygen as a byproduct, which is not utilized by the plant. It is utilized by us. That is the animal category. And glucose, which is stored into the plant as a food molecule. Okay, later when plant require food, it is transferred to different parts of the plant like stem, root, leaf, flower, fruit. Everywhere it is transferred. Now let's go into the deep of this photosynthesis. What is requirement for photosynthesis? Photosynthesis actually requires what? Number one, chlorophyll in the leaf. What is the main function of chlorophyll? Chlorophyll actually traps the sunlight. Okay, plant needs sunlight, so it is done by the green pigment present in the leaf, which is known as chlorophyll. Now chlorophyll trap the sunlight, and sunlight is the main source of energy to the plant. That you already know. Now let's move further. Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, basically it is taken by the stomata. How does a stomata get open? Stomata is surrounded by guard cell. Let me show you the diagram of stomata. How does it look like? See, stomata is a bean shaped structure which is covered by guard cell. Now this is your stomata. Wait, let me show you. I'm talking about this structure. This structure is your stomata. Okay, it is a bean-shaped structure. Now stomata is guarded by guard cell. Guard cell is where? Let me show you guard cell. What does your building guard do, beta? This is your guard cells. Okay, they are present all around the stomata. Now this guard cell, what does it helps in do? Guard cell actually, whenever water is absorbed, the guard cell get swollen. Okay, it gets swollen and it opens up. Open stomata looks like this. There is a space in the center. This is open. See, this is open stomata. There is a space present. Both the parts of the cell are swollen because they absorb lot of water. Okay, now then after swelling, when the work is done, it need to get close to save the transpiration. Transpiration is what? It is water loss. Now whenever the guard cell will get close, when it will get close, when water get flucid from the cell. Flucid means when water is removed from the cell, it look like this. Now you can see there is no space, so that's why we call it closed stomata. Here a lot of space is there, that's why we call it open stomata. I hope you are able to understand and understand the difference. I'll send you some links of this chapter so that you can also go through it. Now the third thing which is important for us, for the plant, is sunlight. Without sunlight, it is not possible to do any kind of photosynthesis reaction. As you already know, I have already told you how does photosynthesis reaction takes place in the sunlight. Sunlight is the main source of the energy for the plant. Last but not least is your water. Water is absorbed from where? Water is always absorbed from the roots of the plant. Imagine this part are the root of the plant and this is the above portion of the plant. Now these part will help in taking what? They will take the minerals dissolved in water for the plant. Later that food is prepared. Now that food will be transferred into various part of the plant. What food is prepared? Glucose we are talking about here. Okay, now glucose is transferred into the whole plant body by two main cells, that is xylem and phloem. In later standard you will be able to understand what are xylem and phloem. Right now let's stick to the topic. Okay, if you need to ask about it, then ping me. Now let's move further. Now synthesis of food other than carbohydrate by plant. Yes, starch is prepared by the food, I already told you. Now what else is required by the plant? There are more things required by the plant for the development of itself, or repairing worn out cells and everything. They need two more things, that is they need basically proteins as well as fat. Now proteins or fats, they also required in the plant body. How does a plant will get protein and fat? Plant cannot eat food like us, है ना? It make its own food, na? So it is done by the process of when a plant taken nitrogen, it help in the synthesis of the protein. When nitrogen is taken taken in by the plant, the synthesis of protein takes place. Now let's move further. Few more steps can be taken, like Rhizobium bacteria. You must have heard about the Rhizobium bacteria. These are present in the root nodules of the plant, and they convert the atmospheric nitrogen into what? They convert the atmospheric nitrogen into the fixed part. Like in three forms nitrogen can be taken by the plant: ammonia, then nitrite and nitrate. So they convert the atmospheric nitrogen into these parts. Now nitrogen can also be added in the form of fertilizer. As you already know, there are some artificial way of adding fertilizers into the soil. These fertilizers are basically NPK. N stand for nitrogen, P stand for phosphorus, K stand for potassium. So these three things can be added into the soil, depends on the what kind of soil a farmer have. If nitrogen is deficient, then the farmer will add up only nitrogen into the soil. So this is the end of the topic autotrophs. Okay, if you have any problem in this topic, then ping me up on my email address. Okay.